Hello, welcome. In this video, our idea is to give you an overview of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics related careers, and we call them as STEM careers. And what does this STEM career mean? We're going to discuss in detail and what are those various possibilities in these areas in the video. So stay tuned. But let me tell you something. Just to clear the air, let's understand. The STEM is nothing but students who are interested in the field of science. That means science streams. If you are in a 10th grade, if you are aspiring to pursue science streams, whether it is biology, physics, chemistry, or maths, physics, chemistry, or biology, physics, chemistry, and mathematics put together, if you are preferring to enter into the science streams, then these are the careers. A set of careers that we're going to discuss in this video would be more relevant for you to get an awareness. Typically, most parents and students would think that if a child chooses biology, physics, chemistry, then medicine is the only career. And if a child chooses maths, physics, chemistry as a stream at a +2 level, then engineering is the only career. Of course, a majority of them think that way, or at least it's a social pressure or a peer pressure or a most walked path. These are the most walked paths that everybody would want to walk the same way, which is fine. But we want to talk about what are the various possibilities which are contemporary and, of course, which are futuristic and trending as well. See, as a parent and as an adult, as a mentor or a counselor, it is our responsibility to prepare our children to handle the future in a better way. Not those conventional, not restricting them only to those conventional careers, which are fine, but they have to make sure that they have to be prepared for the future 2030, 2040. What are those some of those careers? So we picked up a handful of them in this video. We're going to share them with you, and please take advantage of it. And of course, if you like that information, please do not forget to share, like, and subscribe to our channel. It adds a lot of encouragement to us, and let's get going. Well, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, these are the four different areas. They're called the STEM careers. Let's understand them little in detail. They represent, as I said, they are the four different fields. They are a combination of different fields and education paths and careers that integrates. They're interdisciplinary. Sometimes it could be either to science and technology, sometimes it could be mathematics, sometimes it could be engineering and technology. So primarily, who are those students who will be vouching for those STEM careers? Students with physics, chemistry, mathematics as a mainstream subjects, or biology, physics, chemistry as the mainstream subjects, or physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology put together. I'm talking about a science stream, science student careers, we can call them, whether it is a biology or it is a mathematics background. And in this video, we're going to talk about certain careers which would eventually lead them to these fields, into the biology, physics, chemistry, mathematics, statistics, engineering, technology, all of that. So STEM are like interdisciplinary fields, as I said, and their aim is to contribute to the innovation and solve some of those greater global challenges as the world is facing, and of course contribute to their own economy growth and their own nation and to the world as well. And these STEM careers, quite interestingly, they offer a wide variety of opportunities, especially in the technology forefront, and they play a vital role in shaping up the future because they are more focused on the innovation, global challenges, and them. That said, STEM careers, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, becomes the most sort of careers when compared to any other career. But that does not mean that these are the only careers. Of course, in the upcoming videos and all, we're going to talk about various other careers, the non-STEM careers, SMAC careers, and so on and so forth. But here in this video, our focus is to primarily represent some of those STEM careers. And again, I would caution you, this is not an exhaustive list. It is an indicative list. We cannot cover all that exhaustive list. It's a vast majority of careers. So we picked up a handful of them to get you an overview. So let's get going. And here is the, as you see on your screen, a biologist, chemist, physicist. As you see, these are, traditionally, these are the careers which are kind of most people would know. Biologist typically would require a biology, physics, chemistry kind of a background. Chemistry would require maths, physics, chemistry as a background. And again, physicists would require physics, chemistry and mathematics as a background. And as you see, biologists are the ones who study the organisms behavior and their interactions between each other. And a chemistry is basically more of a research, different chemical compositions and all. And again, the fundamental, the universe related aspects, the investigation that revolves around the physicist as a career. And as you see again, further, astronomer, this would require primarily to major in physics. So any student who is with maths, physics, chemistry, astronomer, the space science, mathematician, primarily they have to be very, very friendly, problem solving mathematics, statistics, mathematician, Indian Institute of Science, Indian Statistical Institution. So these are some of the institutions who offer mathematics as a specialization. And of course, environmental scientist. Again, environmental scientist is more like, biology, physics kind of a background would be apt. And of course, maths, physics, chemistry, or biology, physics, chemistry, that would also be, appropriate. The next one is geologist. This is again meteorologist, oceanographer. These are primarily the biology backgrounded careers. These are the careers that comes from with a biology, geology kind of careers. Geologist as an earth science, meteorologist as in the patterns, weather patterns, and oceanographer is more like, sea life and all of that. And zoologists, typically researchers of animal behavior, researching in the area of animal behavior, their physiology and conservation. And of course, another interesting aspect, as you see on your screen, microbiologist. This is more like, this includes bacteria, viruses, and fungus and all of that. It's studying about those organisms. Geneticist. This is basically to do with the DNA, the genetics component of human physiology. And furthermore, if you look at little emphasis on the engineering, biomedical engineer, chemical engineer, and electrical engineer. Electrical engineer is typically, most aware, chemical relatively. Biomedical engineer is again some of those very niche area, I must say. A student who is interested into work for the field of healthcare and medicine, but don't necessarily want to become a doctor. This is the engineering where basically they contribute to the innovation in the field of biomedics. So, so they design medical devices, medical equipment, and so on. And of course, mechanical engineer, civil engineer, and computer scientist. These are again the most sort of most known, the mother branches. Computer scientist is basically researching in the field of computers, information technology, all of that. And of course, as you see here again, the software developer, data scientist, robotics engineer. So software developer is primarily, who comes with a computer science engineering background, and data scientist would require mathematics and statistics as a foundation. Again, all these three, as you see on your screen, including the robotics engineer, they require maths, physics, chemistry as a primary background, which would yield them better results. And of course, nuclear engineering, petroleum engineer, and materials scientist. Nuclear engineering is to deal with the nuclear energy and radiation. Petroleum is about gas exploration, excavation, and all of that. And material scientist, it is about the studying the materials and their various aspects of the meteorology. So that would require again maths, physics, chemistry as a background. And here is again another aerospace engineer, mechatronics engineer, biomechanical engineer. This again, aerospace engineering is about the aircraft, spacecraft, and the related systems, study about. And mechatronics is a combination of electronics, mechanical, computers, and all of that. And biomechanical, it's again combines biology with digital, medical devices. So biomechanical engineering about which is about to do the the limbs, artificial limbs and legs and all of that, right? And again, telecommunication engineer, quantum physicist, renewable energy specialist. Telecommunications engineer is electronics and telecommunication engineer. It is primarily to do with the telecommunications area. Quantum physicist is again study of quantum mechanics, quantum physics. Renewable energy is again focuses on sustainable energy, which is one of those most sort of there's a huge demand for this as well. And again, a little more biology focused. Those who are primarily wanting to become doctors, surgeons, pharmacists, physicians. Here are the list. It's basically the healthcare advice. The pharmacist, a dentist is basically becoming a dental doctor. Physician is becoming a general physician kind of a doctor, which typically the path is biology, physics, chemistry as a mainstream subject, followed by NEET exam, and of course getting into MBBS and all of that. And of course surgeon, veterinarian, and pharmaceutical research. A surgeon and veterinarian, again they'll have to go through the NEET and other medical education. Pharmaceutical research would require, not necessarily would require NEET or medicine, but they could go with the general degrees and all, like Bachelor of Science. And some more here: neuroscientist, nanotechnologist, and forensic scientist. Neuroscientist is again predominantly based on the biology, and nanotechnologist is again mathematics, physics, and chemistry. That's a background who they work on the materials and devices that have got large technology advancements. And forensic scientist is again another interesting career, which is again a niche area, I must say, which has not picked up the pace yet. So which is basically the biology, physiology with biology, physics, chemistry. That should be the combination. And mathematics educator, and of course education, becoming a teacher, professor, a faculty member, who teaches that maths, who has a very passionate in maths. And science communicator, this is something unique. Communicating scientific concepts to the rest of the world, to the public. Sometimes a lot of innovations, a lot of evolutions only remain at the laboratory level or at the science research community. Sometimes they are required to be percolated down to the common man, to the society. So science communicator is the one who plays a crucial role. Again, maths, physics, chemistry, or biology, physics, chemistry would eventually lead them to these positions. And yet another one, STEM educator, who teaches the technology, engineering, mathematics, science. They become the STEM educators, especially with the online and digital footprint gaining momentum. And of course, again, medical laboratory technician, research biotechnologist, and ecologist. These are, we can call it as an allied medicine kind of it, medical lab technology, research biotechnologist, and ecologists. These are more like a research focused ecology and biology. And yet another, statistician and systems analyst. These are primarily maths or statistics background. As I mentioned earlier, those who are good at mathematics and statistics, for them these are the ones, because the mother of these analysis or statistics is primarily the mathematics. And some more on the list for you: the GIS specialist, the geographic information systems, for mapping and analysis, especially when they want to develop the maps and all of that. And AI researcher, a remote sensing scientist. Artificial intelligence researcher is more basically they do the AI related research. We have been seeing lately about ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and many other things, evolutions happening. So someone who goes with maths, physics, chemistry as the foundational subjects, and then eventually do computer engineering or electronics engineering, and eventually specialize in AI and ML kind of thing, they can get to this. And again, remote sensing scientists. This is basically the satellite remote sensing, all of those areas. And let's also look at some more, which are those, futuristic and trending. AI engineer. This is the most sort of robotics engineer, and most especially the cyber security analyst or information security analyst. These are some of the trending with a computer science engineering background with a maths, physics, chemistry at a +2 level. And of course, data scientist, quantum computing scientists, they also require, data scientists would require thorough maths and statistics. Physics and chemistry would be added advantage. That becomes the basic entry criteria. And yet the quantum computing specialist, again, this required primarily the computer science engineering as a background. And as you see, so biotechnology researcher, environmental engineer, and augmented reality, virtual reality. So biotechnology and environmental, primarily biology, physics, chemistry. That's a background a student would need. And augmented reality and virtual reality again would need maths, physics, chemistry. This has a lot of technology advancement, especially in the visual effects or the artificial intelligence, those areas. And here is another interesting one, 3D printing engineer. We must have heard about civil engineering and architects. Going forward, 3D printing and 3D printing technology, 3D printing engineering, those are going to play a crucial role, especially in the construction industry. Space scientists and exploration specialists. This is again physics as a major, with maths, physics, chemistry as a primary subjects at a +2 level. And some more here, genetic counselor, renewable energy technician, and nanotechnology engineer, which again require, genetics would require biology, physiology, and all of that. Renewable energy, again, maths, physics, chemistry, or biology, physics, chemistry, but nanotechnology would require physics and maths as a primary subject. So those are the PCM related courses. And of course, geospatial analyst and a virtual health specialist, telehealth. Again, these health specialists would require biology as a background, and geospatial analysis are the geographic information system, GIS. We talked about it earlier briefly. And of course, the list goes on. Quantum cryptographer, sustainable agriculture specialist, clean energy researcher. Quantum cryptographer primarily, they should have a background of maths, physics, chemistry, and sustainable agriculture specialist, clean energy researcher. Again, they would primarily go with a biology, physics, chemistry kind of a background. And last but not least, the urban planning, smart city designer, human machine interaction specialist. These are some specialized, futuristic. You may not find them very across the board as on date, or at least in the last few years or in the immediate few years. But you prepare with a foundation. Primarily, human machine interaction specialist would do with an engineering, mechatronics, robotics, artificial intelligence. That would get better, prospects. They can transform into these kind of roles eventually. Urban planning, smart city designer. Look about design as a course. They plan the urban city planning and all. Civil engineering, architects. Those are some of those, references I could quote here. And that brings the list to an end. That does not mean that this is all the STEM careers that are available to us. Definitely not. This is an indicative list for us to give you an overview. Either you are a student or a parent, it gives you an overview of what are the various possibilities in that STEM space, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics space. I hope that adds a value, and thank you so much for watching.